This is KCR, the sound of state.
Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us today on Scarlett Letter. We are joined in the studio by none other than
Rock The Discotek.
Rock The Discotek, who currently is away from his mic. Go ahead and bring that over to your mouth. Let's hear what you got to say, boy.
Locked and loaded.
All right,
Yeah.
welcome.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
How are you feeling being here?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Tell us about your brand, about yourself. What do you produce? What do you DJ?
I'm mostly known for, having underground events, and I do them all at very unique locations all over San Diego.
What do you mean by unique when you...
They're very, special. Like
Very underground.
Yeah, you have to go on, an adventure.
Sometimes quite literally underground.
Oh,
from what I heard.
Yeah,
quite literally.
definitely,
Like,
yeah.
you have to go, on tunnels. You have to, bend down. You have to wear some really,
Athletic clothes.
Yeah, and some shoes that you're going to get through the whole journey.
They're going to
because-
be on that saga with you.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely. I mean, you want to keep people on their toes, and you want to, give them an experience that they never really had.
Oh, yeah, it
And
is.
especially for San Diego. It's a new city, and the club world is cool, but that gets old,
Yeah, you need something else. And honestly, I think it was 2 years ago when I went to my first underground, the tunnel underground. And I didn't know you by then, but I will never forget my first time. I was like, whoa, what is this? This is super cool.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we
It's
wanted
like going
to go
through to Neverland, and you just go and you see all the people and all the party, and you're like, wow, I went through all this. It's like a 10-minute walk, but it's so worth it. It really is.
Yeah, definitely. And, and it's about the music, too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of DJs out there, especially now, everybody wants to play, and I give them the opportunity.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, as long as they put their name out there and they really put in the work, and then I bring them in, it gives them a really big opportunity
Yeah,
to shine.
But you gotta work it.
Yeah, there's 100 DJs,
Oh, I know.
and
How do you even do it? How do you even choose the
and
the
producers
right
too.
people?
Just because you make good music doesn't mean that you.
But
not
can
gonna
you
put-
present it?
Can
yeah,
you
can you
play it?
present it? Can you put it out there? Are you going to have a good relationship with the community, or are you going to be a hermit and stay at your house and not do anything?
You gotta
but
be
have
involved.
all this amazing music and you can't push it.
Yeah,
So
you have
I'm,
to be
I'm
involved.
the type of guy that kind of pushes people to get the music out there.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning myself, but
Yeah, I've seen you play. Tell the crowd, what do you play? What type
yeah,
of
I
music
mean,
do you play?
when I play, I'm super passionate about it. I love house, I love techno, I love minimal, I love acid, I love breaks.
So you're all over the spectrum then.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I got a lot of range. I'm not producing, but I'm playing.
And you play really good. I've seen
and
you.
that's the thing is I really study my crowd and the party and the labels and all that, and I really just want to throw it out there and be unique for these people.
Yes. And how did you come up with your name, Rock The Discotek?
Actually, I had this record that I bought from Daft Punk, and it was one of my first records. That's when I decided. My friends the DJ started sucking at these nightclubs. It was one good song and then one crappy song and then another good song. It wasn't like it was the guy was the
Yeah,
whole time
killing it. He
killing
was not
it.
killing it.
He
Mm-mm.
wasn't killing
Wasn't
it.
laying
And
down the bangers.
so my friends started why don't you become a DJ? And I was like, how do I do?
Oh, wow.
How do I do that? He's like, dude, you got to start a record collection. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I bought one of my first records was Daft Punk.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which one though?
Yeah.
it was around the world.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, and
Around the World.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. That's a
and then I
classic.
had this song called Chord Memory. It was an Ian Pooley remix, and it first starts off like rock the disco, rock the disco.
Oh,
rock
I've
the
heard that
disco,
one, yeah.
rock
Yeah.
the disco.
They have some
and
earlier
so it was
stuff.
drilling in my head, and I was like, man, I really like that. That sounds so dope. It would be a really cool party.
Yeah.
Rock the Discotek. So it started off as a party, but then it
And
turned
now
into
your name.
yeah. I was like, well, what's gonna be my DJ name? People are already calling me Rufio.
Yes.
Which
So-
on its own is quite a sick
I
name.
know.
So I was like, okay, but Rufio is a whole nother identity. Rufio is the dancer. Rufio is the raver. The
I
guy
thought
who
that
goes-
was your real name. So you're telling me right now that it's not your real name.
I feel like the veil has been pulled back.
Whoa, you heard it first on Scarlett Letter.
So then from there, I I went with Rock The Discotek, and we were doing these like small little house parties, and then you'd see me on the lineup, and and they just started clicking, and I pretty much ran with it.
Love it.
That
I
reminds
started
me of
learning
the,
how to spin on vinyl, and then it took me a long time actually. It took me about a year.
Yes.
A year
because-
really isn't that long when learning how to spin on like actual
my
vinyl.
God.
Yeah, I
that's
mean, like I was
hard.
trying to beat match,
Yeah.
and I was like pushing the record, and I was like, going through the temp, and I couldn't get it. And then one day, I woke up every day. I wake up in the morning and put on a record and say, I'm gonna get this.
And
down.
that's
I'm
how I
gonna
do it.
rock the discotheque.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. So like when I put on the record, I was in the mix and I was freaking out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god,
Oh my God, what is going on?
I'm doing it, and then I put on the next record and I did it again and again and again.
It
and
was
again.
that. It was that fateful day when you realized.
Yeah, it was super
I got
fun,
it.
super cool, and that's what actually, got me going because it was kind of depressing because I couldn't mix.
Yeah, you're like
I
train
was like, I'm
wrecking,
the worst
thinking I'll
DJ.
never get out of this.
This is not for me.
But hard work pays off.
Yeah. I mean, that was probably 10, 12 years ago.
So what can we expect in this mix?
Oh, on this mix right here, it was a mix that I pretty much freestyled.
Ooh.
Sometimes like I do my homework and I go through tracks and
Build
I mean,
your
I have-
record box.
I have thousands of tracks.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
I bet.
what is gonna be like? Who was gonna be the lucky winner? So I'm thinking and thinking and thinking, and I'm like, I'm thinking too much. I'm
Just let
gonna,
it flow.
I'm just gonna let it flow, and that's like been the story of my life lately because I've been busy with events and I'm promoting.
You got to
Yes.
practice mindfulness. You gotta
Especially
find
now that-
yourself.
Yeah,
Especially
sometimes
now
you
that
can't plan
Facebook
everything.
and
yeah.
Instagrams are so different. You got to pay for ads and stuff.
Oh,
Even
I
though you
know.
pay for them, you're still not gonna get the same effect as you going on the street
Actually
Yeah.
and
engaging
actually doing
people.
it because that's how they were
That's
doing.
how you get known when you get involved.
Well, that's what they're doing in the 80s and the 90s. They didn't have internet.
In a way,
And-
bringing it back to that vintage pre-digital era type marketing.
Exactly.
That's how you really
So-
get to people.
So we're bringing it back, and we're bringing back that experience.
Awesome.
You get the flyer, like
yeah.
this one right here.
Yeah.
You get this flyer, and they see it. They see your work, and then when they go to the event, it's like they see
It's something
this South-
tangible.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they're like, oh man, this is
You
this is
remember,
amazing. This is
you remember,
different."
and you keep it because I've still kept a lot of the flyers from back in the day when I started raving when I was 16, 17, just because,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a good way to remember.
I keep
some
all the tickets
good
from every
moments.
show I've gone to,
Yeah.
all the flyers and stuff
Yeah.
pinned up on my
Oh,
board.
Yeah.
I got a couple boxes. I got my wristband box.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
same. Me too.
I have my ticket box, and then I have my flyer box.
I
Okay.
helped one of the people who worked here
Yes.
take off her wristband so she could save it. And she's like, "Is this weird?" And I just looked at her and said, "You have no idea."
Or when people will go to a festival and they keep that thing on
Yep.
dirty
But
as hell.
I know, right?
That's
Okay,
what it
guys,
stands
I know
for.
we're getting really excited about this, but we got more. Don't you worry, child, of course.
Cool. We're going to
And-
be listening to How the Bass Stole Christmas this
Mhm.
evening.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we got December coming up, so it's we're in the holiday spirit. We got
Yeah.
Thanksgiving
Yes.
for Thanksgiving,
Awesome.
where we get all our homies together, and now we have How the Bass Stole Christmas coming in December.
Yes, we'll talk more about it on the second part of the interview. And you're listening to KCR College Radio, the award-winning sound of state.
Oh, yeah. Listen on AM 1610 or on the TuneIn app at kcr.stsu.edu. If you want to call in and talk to us, feel free to do so. 619-594-6982. We'll catch you on the other side. All right, folks, we are back from our musical interlude, and I want to remind you all that you are listening to KCR College Radio, the award-winning Sound of State, voted San Diego's best AM/FM radio station, period. We're the best. We're the best around. You can call in and listen at 619-594-6982, and you can listen live like you hopefully are right now on AM 1610 if you're in the immediate college area, or you can listen on the TuneIn app or at kcr.sdsu.edu. But for right now, we got to pay the bills.
Even better, you can watch the live interview right now on the Facebook page, Scarlett Letter Show.
Scarlett Letter Show. You can find all sorts of good stuff.
Represent.
Yeah. We got a couple ads to read here. First of all, I got a question for you. No plans this weekend?
No, what are you doing this weekend?
Well, I'm going to go check out the House of Blues in downtown San Diego. There's a lot of really cool concerts going on in one beautiful venue. Make sure to check out our giveaways on kcrlive.com for a chance to win tickets to concerts throughout the semester. And stop by Music at the Mesa from 12 to 1 p.m. on Thursdays for more giveaway opportunities.
All right, call in all DJs. Yes, all DJs that are listening right now. Aztec Music Group will be hosting their 4th annual Silent Disco on Thursday, November 29th. What? Have you ever been to a silent disco?
Baby, I told you not to call me at work.
It's really interesting. You're there, everyone's dancing, but no one, everyone's like on their own. It's like super.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Quite ethereal.
I know. If you're interested in performing, please submit a mix by clicking on the link located on the front page of AztecMusicGroup.com by Thursday, November 15th. You have a few days. Yeah. Go. Go for it. Stop waiting around. What are you doing?
Listening to
Submit
Scarlett
it right
Letter
now
on KCR Live.
Be a part of the best student event of the year.
No big deal. All right, so we are back in the studio with none other than
Rock the Discotek.
Rock the Discotek.
Rock the Discotek.
Yes, I love your mix.
Thank you.
You were rocking the disco.
Oh, yeah, we were rocking that party for sure.
It was tough to pick which one we wanted to do. We didn't know if we wanted to start off intense or start off chill, but I'm glad we chose that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Got some listeners out here, so we wanted to keep it, chill.
Definitely.
Start building it up.
Yeah, so I want to know more about you and your brand. This is your space. I know that you were really excited to talk about the underground movement. So what do you have to say? Tell me everything that's on your mind.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I want to give a big shout out to Oscar P., Chris Herrera, Julia, Jason, Cristo Lopez, Memo Rex, Joe P., Andy Gomez. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, these guys were, there in the beginning, and they just kept it going and going and going. They paved the way. They're not trying to say they're commercializing it, but they're still keeping it true to their roots, and that's really, really important. There's definitely all kinds of different ways you can go. You can go with a bigger room house, or you can go with the underground sound, which, covers all types of bases. So it's been pretty cool, pretty fun to represent that.
I want to know how you got into this underground events, because I see you're grinding, and I really appreciate that you are a well-rounded artist. Like, you have this character that you carry around, Rufio, like everyone knows Rufio, like with your style, and even with your beautiful girlfriend Marie, you guys make
my little partner in crime over there.
Yeah, I love it, and you're really active. Like, you're always sending people invitations, and you carry flyers around. You take this seriously, and you're passionate, and I can see it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just moved to San Diego, so that's why I haven't been so active before. My family owned a business, and that's why I've always been there, and I just wall out on the weekends. But now that I live here, I can concentrate on me and the underground scene. So
you're doing it full time.
You can do
now. Now I do a little more full time. I only work 4 days at El Comal. Shout out to those guys. But yeah, I can focus on this and then do some really cool things for San Diego.
So how did you get here? How did you start working with
Yeah,
this,
did you
these events?
drive? Did you fly?
So yeah, I started End of the Tech. I went to Europe, and I got a really good, cool, golden opportunity. And I spent about 2 months out there, and a good guy from Canada hooked me up, and pretty much introduced me to the underground world in Europe. And they've been doing it, since the early 90s.
We had another guest
Whoa.
on who
80s,
also,
90s.
Yeah,
who also
Les, like-
educated. Yeah, Les, he spent a lot of time in
Amsterdam,
Germany and
yeah.
Amsterdam.
Yeah, it's really
and-
important. You want to get educated on that sense, and then come back and import that, because there's a lot of stuff going on all over the world, and San Diego's a new city. So
Their scene has
We're-
thrived for so long. I
yeah,
think we can
definitely.
take
That's
some
why
lessons.
I started doing my.
And it
underground thing.
wasn't the same even 2 years ago when I first started going to these events. Now it's blowing up, and
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah, everybody wants to get a slice, and there's plenty of sunshine for everybody. So that's why I really want to support everybody, and then get that back. But
So-
also want to give it a good quality event.
Where do you get your inspiration?
Yeah, like I said, all these labels, new producers coming out, and going to all these different parties and festivals. That's basically where
That's
it all
like the
came
main.
from. Yeah, you go to these small parties, and then you go to these festivals, and then you go to concerts. Like this weekend, we just went to a really cool theater, which was very inspirational, because this theater was bad. It was really, really cool, and everyone's makeup was cool, and then the lighting, the sound, the visuals,
It all came together.
it all came together like perfect. And then from there we went to an underground,
Mm-hmm.
and it got rolled.
That's
It got
how you
rolled.
know it was
Oh my
good.
god! It happens like that. The party is good when the police shows up after a while.
They
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
participate too.
Yeah,
We want to enter the tech.
it was cool. I already had my promo team there. A lot of our DJs that are playing at Thanksgiving were a part of that, so we got that base covered. And then and there was stuff going on at the Avalon, which is another really cool event.
Okay. Do you have like a mission statement, or what do you aspire to create? Like what? Like
What's
what's
your
your
unifying goal?
Yeah, there you go. What's your goal?
Oh man, we're just growing right now. It's like I'm just going with the punches and wherever I end up, But it's gonna eventually turn into a festival.
Yeah.
That's the goal. The goal is to get to that point.
Do you want to keep it underground, or do you want to go a little bit more like, I hate to use that word, but legitimate, for
Yeah.
lack of a better term?
Yeah, of course. You got to take different steps. Sometimes you have to take a step back, and see where you came from,
Yeah, definitely.
and then take a step forward too.
Yeah, never
What do
lose sight of
you
it.
think it makes you stand out from the rest?
Oh, definitely my hair.
No, but I mean the events, and besides you, of course, I know your hair, like your style. It's obvious that when even like on your flyers, and like you can totally tell it's you, like Rufio's silhouette with the.
Well, it's
For
like
those of you
I know.
listening at home, he currently has a spiky green mohawk. And
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's just branding. It's how you want to present yourself. Like this is super raver.
Oh, absolutely.
Is that what makes you stand out? That it's like really
Yeah, we
raver,
wanted
like
to
really rooted
to
in
go
that.
really serious and go techno and be like black.
Yeah, everyone's got their own
and
thing.
be serious, and I'm Mr. Tough Guy, or you can like relax and chill and
Yeah.
enjoy it. And
I mean, our first guest, Karma Black, was quite comfortable embracing the blackness.
Yeah,
Oh
of
yeah,
his
I mean,
definitely.
to each
Like
his
the
own,
vibe is like
I
really
think you
vibe.
have probably the polar opposite.
Yeah,
here
you're
about
like
the
super
energy.
colorful and energy and like
there's
more
a
baby
rainbow
vibe.
here.
Yeah. If there's anything you want, you can find it in this underground
You
scene.
will find
Yeah.
everything there. You'll find drum and bass. You'll find house,
Side trance.
techno. I
everything.
haven't hit the side trance yet.
Oh, there's actually a party this weekend, like a day party, organic circuitry.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
side trance.
Yeah, it's huge in Europe. I never got to really experience that
I love
myself.
it.
Yeah, and
I
then
love
you have your trance guys, but that's not what I do.
It's a different
Yeah.
school.
It's a different.
Yeah,
it's a
and
different-
you're
I already
rocking
got
it.
enough on my plate.
Okay, so what do you think of the underground music scene in San Diego? Like, and the positives, negatives, or anything that needs improvement, or anything good that you can say?
I feel like there's not enough events going on. I wish there was more.
That's interesting you say that, because
Yeah.
a lot of our guests have said the opposite is true. They're starting to
Too
step
much
on
stuff
each
going
other.
Yeah,
on.
it's actually they've said that there's a lot going on in the recycling.
A lot of the stuff
DJs
is the
and-
same though. You know what I mean? The same
Oh.
plays.
Mhm. You don't think there are enough that are like more innovating? Do you
Yeah,
think it's
you
a
need
lot
more
of the
Yeah,
diversity.
we need something new.
Mhm.
Definitely something new. You
Do
got your
you-
regular spots that you go to.
Do you aim to provide that something new, though?
Yeah,
since-
definitely. I want to, get people to do something.
Yeah, you see
Try
that
something
need and
new.
you're trying to fill
Like
it.
Richie Hahn, super big techno DJ guy. He went on this campaign saying he wanted to play different.
Mm-hmm.
He came up with the mixer and all that, and he was pushing people to play different. Like, anybody can play a track.
Yeah.
But can you remix it? What can you do to make it sound different?
Yeah.
You're
What
not just
makes
hitting
you
play
stand
on your
out?
iPod
That's
Shuffle.
kind of how I am with in the party
For
scene.
real, though.
Like, I'm in the party business. Like, you have to come up.
You're selling the event.
Yeah, you got to come up with a new
experience.
product. Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you got a restaurant, you have to come up with a coupon or something like.
Maybe that's the El Comal speaking into
Yeah.
you, but
try our new taco.
yeah, try our new
Special.
Taco Fiesta plate.
Yeah,
Also come out.
basically.
Listen to
Our
Psytrance.
taco-
Listen to Psytrance. Listen to it.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that, man. That's the exact way you want to market. You got to find your people, and you can't have
Your
market
niche
saturation. Yeah, your
also.
tech niche.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? So, what would you tell someone? What advice would you tell someone that's trying to start their own event or produce or be a DJ?
Oh, it's a lot of
make
work.
it?
I mean, you got to look at these other guys that are putting out music and throwing parties and playing and traveling. You look at that and you're like, how does this guy do it?
Yeah,
Just
true.
watch what he's doing. It's like he's got a formula, and you
The
should-
secret formula.
he's got a secret formula,
Formula.
and you just got to do it. You got to be present. Being present is one of the hardest things for some people. Some people live far away,
Mhm.
Yes, it's true.
and so to come to an event, it's kind of a big deal.
Mhm.
So I try to take care of them. And
It's true because we don't really think about it, but there are people that come from around the world here in San Diego, or even like TJ. It's only 30 minutes away, but they don't have this.
Well, 4 hours right now, thanks to the border shutdown.
But we are making a difference here by bringing all these events.
well, this is why I'm here. I'm here because there's a whole nother field out there. A lot of, people that are interested in it, and it's blowing up, and we want to like give them something
You're
new and
fueling the
different.
flames.
Yeah, definitely. And so when they come to Thanksgiving, they're gonna be mind blown. They're gonna be like, how come
Yes.
I've never done this before? Like I've done festivals, I've gone concerts, but not like this.
No, this is gonna be big. And by the way,
Yeah.
we're giving away 4 tickets to Thanksgiving. 4, yeah, not 1, not 2, 4.
That's a Danks with a D, by the way.
Thanksgiving, yeah. And all you have to do is share our page, of course, like it, Scarlet Letter.
Like, comment,
So?
subscribe.
Yeah, you
Give us
already
the
know.
like, and most important of all,
And
click that going
also
button.
click on click on that going button right now. And I put the link on the comments for the event. So share it.
Smash
Give us
that
some
like
love,
button.
and you'll go to Thanksgiving. And you're gonna have your mind blown,
Wide open.
Exactly.
After you eat all that turkey and everything,
right? That's how you gotta work it out.
To the major money.
you got to sweat it out.
So
Awesome.
we're gonna go on your second part of your set.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any last remarks you would like to say?
Nah, man.
Any last words?
Well,
Also,
you'll be able to say something more later. But
Yeah.
anything else you would like to say before we go?
No, I'm good.
All right, awesome.
I want to
is Scarlett
apologize to
Letter.
those people at home because my voice sounds like a cave full of dry bones. But here we go, back into the second part of the mix. Take care.
Voice is so
Right? back.
All right, we got some closing remarks. We got a few more questions for our boy in here, Rock the Discotek.
Rock The Discotek.
So my question for you is as follows. What was the biggest you ever bombed? What was a moment that stands out to you as a time where things did not go as planned, and how did you overcome it?
Oh man, I threw this party in Miramar, and
I'm so sorry.
right, and it was perfectly sunny, and my bartender calls me up and says, "Hey, Roof, there's a storm coming in," and I'm like, 80% of our party's outside.
Oh no.
The capacity inside is only 200, and we had 1,000 people coming.
Oh my god.
So I had to figure out. I had no more money. I was maxed out, and I was freaking out. And my friend's like, "Oh, why don't you just rent a tent?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Tents cost money.
Yeah, a lot of money. I'm like, "How much does it cost?" "Oh, I got a hookup."
Oh,
Oh
perfect.
no.
He said, $1,500. That's
What?
I'm like, that's a
That's
hookup.
a hookup. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine trying to fit 1,000 people, underneath a tent.
It's one heck of a 10.
Yeah, so that was really stressful. And then, luckily this warehouse that was next door, and they just moved out. And I made a deal with the owner. I gave him $500 to rent it out for the day.
That's better
And
than
that was
nothing.
good.
He wasn't using it.
Yeah, he wasn't using it. So we overcame that. It was stressful. But then later on that night, it was like so many people that we couldn't control it, and we only had a couple. We had like 4 security guards because we didn't think anybody was going to show up.
Yeah.
because
Little did you know.
This
yeah,
is
'cause
literally and figuratively the perfect storm.
Yeah, exactly. It built up, and I was freaking out, and people bought their tickets. People are like freaking out. They wanted their money back. I never really dealt with that before.
Yeah,
I
you're like,
usually
whoa.
have an event, and I do it, and that's it. But
You
having
just
to
gotta
deal,
be ready for anything.
having to deal with the weather is a challenge for sure. But yeah, anyway, so that was a big
well,
challenge.
that good thing that's in the past now.
Yeah, I survived it.
So
It
what?
turned out to be one of the best parties in San Diego.
There you go. That's
I'm glad
something good.
I'm glad you managed to come out of it
I
smiling.
know, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now you can think back and laugh. So what does the future hold for Rock the Discotek and Enter the Tech?
For Rock the Discotek. Well, my goal is to take the show on the road. So like I said, it's gonna eventually turn into a festival. You gotta start small.
Yeah.
Start chipping it away, but start building. My friends in Europe, that's how they did it. They started small, as you can see. Desert Hearts did the same thing.
Yeah.
They
of
started
course.
really small. Like they're from where I'm from in Encinitas, and they were throwing parties, and I got to see them grow into who they are now, and they just blew up. And a lot of these people have been in the game for a long time.
Yeah.
So you're
As
wondering.
long as you have like the
You have the passion and your team. It's all about
yeah,
your
the
team.
and the patience.
It's so
and-
hard.
No one's in it alone.
Yeah, running a restaurant, it took me. I was in business for 18 years, and finding my dream team was difficult. And I've only had it for 3 years.
Wow.
My dream team where I didn't have to worry about anything. So same thing with this, with hosting an event. You have to have really positive, supportive team.
I mean, even if El Camal sells menudo every day, you'll never get 1,000 people in that
No.
joint.
There
Yeah,
you
so
go.
it's all about your team, So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm forming, and that's my goal. So
That's
Well,
awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I
Yeah,
really
definitely.
appreciate your time and all this insight about you and your awesome event.
It was
Seriously,
great getting to
it's
know
awesome.
you.
Awesome.
We got tickets. You got to
We got 4
share
free
a page,
tickets.
4 free
We
tickets
got-
for
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
for tickets. Don't
Flyers.
forget, we got all these flyers.
it's taking over.
Yeah, and I just made a post on our Facebook page, Scarlett Letter Show. Take a look, share.
If they want to
like,
make it
let's
out,
go.
I
what
got
day
I got
is
one
it?
more announcement.
Oh, heck
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
What do you got?
I got one more. We got a big one. So we just locked in our venue for New Year's. We're running 5 rooms. It's with In the Hoodie and Mind Fruit, and we're getting our underground community all together. And Bass Mechanics holding our sound. We got other sound companies coming in, lighting, visuals. The party's called Bloom, so keep an eye out for that.
Bloom, New Year's Eve, ring in the
Yeah.
Tickets
year.
are on sale right now.
And by the way, we've been talking about Thanksgiving, but we haven't even given any details. So it's Saturday, November 24th.
Yeah, it's 4:20 p.m. to 4:20 a.m.
Get it.
Yeah.
We're running 3 rooms, And
And location is still
location. I got to keep
TBD.
you on your toes. It's,
yeah.
but I'll tell
It's
you,
part of the underground experience.
yeah, definitely.
But if you click going, you'll know.
exactly, you'll be right in the loop.
All right. Thank you
Sick.
so much for being here once again. This was Scarlett Letter Show. We'll
Awesome.
see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, catch you later, folks.
You guys rock.
together, dancing in the unity among one, grooving. Everybody was having a good time. There was no pretension for the music, for the music, for the music. We would get down. After the 9 to 5, a busy week, we would go to the club and move our feet to the beat. When you felt down and out and no one was there to be by your side, you would go to the paradise and you would just have a good time for the music, 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 we would get down. 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 For the music, for the music, for the music, for the music, for the